Hey guys, thanks for joining the CloudRadial Chat Starter webinar. I'm Evan Griffith. I'm the Director of Customer Success, and I'm here with David Falkenberg, who is the Product Director. And I guess I should go ahead and share my screen as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's working right. Go ahead and say, hey, David.
Hey, David.
Hey, David. So we're here today to talk about Chat Starter. And why every MSP should start here. So if you're a current partner, thanks for joining. And if you're a prospect, I'm glad that you're here and welcome to our CloudRadial webinar. So let's go ahead and get started. So why start with Chat Starter is where we're going to begin. And we're just kind of go over the overviews of the idea of Chat Starter and, kind of what separates us or what makes it a logical first step for any MSP or just company who's trying to dip their toe into chat or try and figure chat or even get started with chat. Then after that, we're going to go through CloudRadial Chat Starter in a nutshell and kind of review the features, talk about some of the integrations, which will basically lead us into a demo of the product that David will be assisting with that as well. And then finally, we'll end with, how you can get started, how easy it is to get started, as well as if anybody has any questions, if we have time. I kind of have a feeling we might end up having some time because the whole concept of this is it's a pretty simple product on purpose to get you started and to get things going fairly quickly. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So just a quick overview. Like I said in the beginning, it's the perfect first step for MSPs. If you want to experience chat in general, or maybe you're looking for an alternative, maybe you've never even thought about chat before, but why aren't you? Some of the logical steps when you start with chat are AI is everywhere, and how do you, at the end of that journey, get AI into chat? So kind of what we're going to be discussing today is how you begin that journey with something as simple as CloudRadial Chat Starter. And
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit,
exactly.
Evan. So we have a couple other webinars later today on chat with AI-driven triage and some other fancy things. The intent of this webinar is really to talk about Chat Starter and how you can get started,
Exactly.
get yourself up and running super quickly. And like, I had an experience the other day. Like, why should you even care about chat as an MSP? It really comes back to that client experience. So I had an experience the other day. I was having some issues with my utility bill. I'm busy. I really don't have time to sit there and pick up the phone or send an email and wait a couple of days for a response. And my utilities provider happened to have a chat widget on there. So without disrupting my work, without disrupting my day, I was easily able to go click a little chat button, got right through to a live agent. Ticket was generated on their side for the tracking purposes, and she was able to resolve my issue in a matter of minutes, instead of having tickets that drag forever. And as a client, I was delighted. That was a great experience. I had a really good agent on the other side, but most importantly, it wasn't super tedious for me to get my issue resolved. It was pretty natural.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've looked for that button. And if I can't find it, I like kind of deal and then I'm a little annoyed. So just having the ability to talk with someone and knowing that it's going to be an agent fairly quickly is always going to be really useful. So let's kind of go ahead and kind of discuss just basically the experiences of a traditional chat or really traditional software in general. We first start off, we all go through the same experiences with a lot of different software depending on the level of complexities and things. The more complex, the more the implementation, takes. So it takes a lot of time. So in your traditional experiences, you can do weeks of implementation. Sometimes implementation seems to go on forever even. With CloudRadial Chat Starter, again, if you just need to get that chat going, we can do 5 to 10. So basically, if you sign up and you have access to the chat, 5-10 minutes setup, and you can go ahead and start chatting with people right away. Monthly fees before seeing any value in most products in general happen. I mean, you buy something, you can't even start your implementation or whatever, or you just don't have time to set up. Again, Chat Starter is free. So you can sign up right away. And then when you're ready, you start working on it. And the complex features, we just decided to kind of trim, let's call it bloatware, similar when you turn on that new computer and you have to get rid of everything to make it work better and work more simply. So basically, Chat Starter again, we're going to get you set up quickly and get an agent to be able to talk with through chat right away. And
Yeah, and
then,
that's a pretty key feature there.
right,
Simplicity matters most. I've seen lots of cases with implementations. I've heard from lots of partners using some of the competitive chat products as well, where there's so much complexity in onboarding. And we've really got this approach as we're thinking about the client experience. We're also thinking about the MSP experience, and you need to crawl before you walk. So the best path is let's get chat up and running, and we've got that down to minutes as as Evan's about to speak to. But crawl
yeah,
before you
exactly.
walk, get something working, get it in place, and then we can talk about how you can really augment it and elevate that experience and really take advantage of the power of some of this new technology.
Yeah, and there's a lot of times we talk about what's called perfection paralysis. If you're looking for that perfect feature that's in some high level, like you said, you just need to get it to work. If you don't even get it to work, if you're not using it, that fancy pants automation feature, whatever you're looking to do, isn't going to, you're not going to be able to do that if you can't even get the wheels on the car. And just to kind of finish things off here, again, proving ROI, that's always a tricky thing in general, but with something that's free, it's hard to not be able to prove ROI, especially because what we're trying to show here is we're not asking you to spend a huge amount of time to get things going, get things working, and get that real-time data to show you that there is some return on investment right away just with the ability to use this chat. So just to reiterate, zero risk entry. So I mean, there's really no reason not to go ahead and sign up just because why not? You can test it without any time investment or commitment. Takes 5 to 10 minutes to get set up, and now we're creating tickets immediately. I mean, that's pretty powerful, right, David? Just the ability to integrate with like you're creating it, you're chatting with someone, and now it's tied to a ticket with your MSP. So like that happens fairly quickly.
Yeah,
Uh,
and reinforcing the client experience side of things again, like you're busy, your clients are busy. They don't really have time to sit around and wait, and becomes a major point of contention. It's a major issue if you got to sit there and fumble through things or work in a really challenging way, right? It just wastes their time. They're less likely to get the help, and they're certainly less likely to be happy with the help that they're getting.
Right. And I think a really powerful thing with a chat in general is it doesn't feel like ticketing, which everyone knows ticketing feels pretty bad, especially if you're responding back and forth through emails and seeing those email threads, trying to figure out where was my last response, what's happened. So chatting in general is just it's a more human-like interaction and it feels more natural. And then, of course, built to grow. This aligns exactly with what David was talking about earlier. You got to crawl before you can start waddling, and then you can start running at the very end. And that's where you can start thinking about the future with other features and other webinars that we're going to be doing later today. You'll see the concepts that can be thought through once you get something like Chat Starter off the ground. Um, I guess maybe I should click. Okay. I was like, where's everything? So, David, I kind of wanted you to take over this piece just because it kind of leads well into the demo. And I think being able to speak on the features and maybe elaborate on these different things will definitely be useful. And I guess I'll be clicking through because I didn't know it has an effect.
Yeah, I caught that in the draft deck. There's some animations in it. So yeah, chat starter in a nutshell. Works with the PSA out of the box. I will in the demo walk through some of that initial setup. And Kent, I see you've got a question in there. If it doesn't get answered in the chat, I'll come back and speak to that when I get a little further on into the demo. Yeah, it works with the PSA out of the box. First thing you do is connect your PSA, and now you've got a really fast, easy vehicle or channel is the right word for clients to engage with chat and start creating tickets in your PSA so you can serve those clients. Sign up to first chat in minutes, not weeks. I'm planning on going through a demo of how quickly you can actually get your first chat set up. So we'll go through that in this webinar. Integrates current communication tools. Yeah, this is starting to speak to Kent's question there. So whether you're using Teams internally or you're using Slack internally, those incoming live chats, you can control the hours on it, but the incoming live chats get routed into your natural tools that you're already using internally. So user verification, when you deploy chat in the portal or you put chat on your website, there is a flow that will confirm that the user is who they say they are. So if they're coming in through UCP, the user verification is automatic. We already know who they are, so the chat will address them by first name. If they're coming in through the website and they want to submit a ticket, maybe they need a password reset because their password expired, we'll still verify who they are through the external website as well. So you know you're getting real tickets from real customers. Fast ticket creation, those tickets are fast. And there is access to live chat support. So it does flow right through. If you're hours and someone's available,
Sorry,
um,
I guess I scrolled and I didn't.
all
There-
good.
There's new features and that I'm not used to. Oh, now we got to go back.
Yeah. So yeah, then the chat transcripts is more relevant on the AI side, which we'll be covering in later webinars. But whatever the user does engage with chat is saved as a transcript, which is added to the ticket notes and tracked in your PSA as well. So you get a full record of it. This is not something that's going to be hands off and totally automated and some thing is going to go and engage with your clients and you're not going to be aware of it. You're going to have full visibility into everything that goes on inside a chat.
Yeah, and I think just to add before we get into the demo is one of the bigger things in general, as I've been here through the years with UCP, formerly CSA, basically having that chat inside the portal is going to be pretty powerful. It allows people just to um, jump into the portal or utilize features in the portal that allow them to chat with somebody right away if you want that. So having our free chat available, in something like our starter suite will really be useful, especially if you have an end user accessing the portal as well. All right, so let's go ahead and figure out if we can transition smoothly from my screen to your screen.
Yeah. So just for the entire audience, I'm going to take over sharing here and let's see, replace current share. See what I'm doing here. Good. All right. I think we're up and running. I think I'm now sharing.
Looks good.
So I'm pretty sure everyone on this call is aware of the massive AWS outage yesterday. I will warn in advance, I am demoing some stuff from our development environments that are still suffering some of the impacts of that somewhat small outage, rather large outage that we had with AWS yesterday. So this demo may not be as slick and polished as I would like it to be, but let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. So I'm in my Blue Fox partner UCP portal here right now. I'm working through my client who is Riverfront Healthcare, and I'm logged in as Abigail Smith. I've got my chat starter bot connected in here, and you can see the bot has already gone and identified that it is indeed speaking with Abigail. So Abigail is going to report an issue and very simple prompts. Let's see, Abigail's printer isn't working.
That's classic. Printers are never working.
And because she's a user, she's not going to go into any in-depth detail on any of this stuff. So she's just going to reply with, I don't know. It just says PC load letter. And we'll send that over to the bot. So what should be happening right now, and this is the part that's got me a little bit nerve-wracked as we're going through the demo, is this will be creating a ticket. In this instance, I'm connected to Autotask. So this should return with an Autotask ticket number. And there we go. So I've got my Autotask ticket number created and sent to support. And over here, I've got my Blue Fox Teams app. So on this right-hand side here, I am an agent. And let's see if this was the Abigail ticket. No, it was not. So we're still waiting on this to come through, but in the meantime, I have a ticket number here. So I will show that as an agent working through Teams, I am also able to have direct conversations with the bot. So the main command that we get people to run is I can say /help. And this bot should respond with the dialogue that I tested above here, giving me a list of slash commands. So there's the help response. So I can also ask for a ticket card and put that ticket number in here and give the bot a minute. In production, this is far faster and far more responsive than what I'm demoing here. As I mentioned, we are experiencing some system issues, and I'm running this on development environments just to kind of get the point across. But while I'm waiting for that, this is what a ticket card looks like. They are not. There we go. That should be showing it. There we go. There's my ticket card. So the live chat in this instance didn't work. That's due to a system issue. Apologies for that. It's the risk I run with live demos.
Hey, that's why we do
Um,
live demos to,
yeah,
experience things ourselves.
yeah. So I've got my ticket here. It did reference that it's Abigail Smith. It does give me the detail that she said her printer isn't working and it's saying PC load letter. I can see she's with Riverfront Healthcare. The ticket was created with in progress, it's set to high, and these are all configurable options as we go through. So I do have some other buttons here. There's other ways that I can interact with the ticket through the bot, just using this Teams interface. All of this works within Slack as well if you're happen to be a partner who's using Slack internally. And it's one of the sweet things about the CloudRadial chat product as a whole is you can go from any client-side channel to any service-side channel and get a similar experience. It just works natively in there. What this is supposed to be demoing is it's created new conversations. So these are incoming tickets. I can control the routing, which live agents are going to be available to respond, who's going to join it. I also have the option of looking at a queue, which is not available in this build, where I can see all the list of all the chats. So I can just pick and choose which ones I want to join in, giving you lots of flexibility on the service side on how to do things. So I'm not going to belabor the demo on the client experience side or the agent experience side because we are experiencing some issues with it. Instead, I'm going to show you how easy it is to get set up. So I'm going to our CloudRadial Chat AI and I'm going to register. And let's give it an email address. Yay. Give it a password. Agree to the terms and conditions and go ahead and create my account. So off screen, this is sending me an email saying, hey, I'm confirming the email address. I want to make sure that it's a valid email address. If we don't do that, you might not be able to get back in if you give it a bad email address, which I have been known to do myself. So I've confirmed my email address. I'm going to log in now.
I started the timer about 30 seconds ago.
All right, keep me posted on that timer as we go through this, allowing some time for typos, of course. So first thing I got to do is fill out a bit of my profile here. I am Blue Fox Tech Partners. My website is bluefoxtechpartners.com. I happen to be in Canada. English. Mountain Time is where I live. I am David Falkenberg. And we'll put in a phone number here and move forward. So give this a second to send me the text message. I got online. There we go. And now I'm going to continue on to my PSA. So I'm going to configure AutoTask because there's very few fields for me to work with AutoTask.
But you'll notice too, we have multiple integrations with the PSAs you'll see here. And if we end up integrating further, you'll see the onboarding experience seamlessly add more integrations.
There we go. Successfully connected. My PSA is now integrated with my chat system. So my PSA is fairly busy. I do want to do a little bit of additional configuration to it. So let's make sure that Autotask is going to send it to my client portal queue. I want my tickets coming in as new, and I want them to say they're coming from CloudRadial chat. So when conversations require support, tickets will be created in the client portal board with status of new and the source set to CloudRadial chat. Perfect. Now, client channels are what you put in front of your client. So I have the option here of creating one for embedding in CloudRadial UCP, or I can just build a basic web widget that I can put on any website I would like. So let's build one for starters for my bluevoxtechpartners.com. And I will create that channel. Here's that deployment code. So I can copy it here and put it into my website right now and start engaging with the bot right now. Or I'm going to save this for later because I don't really want to do that piece right now. So service channels are the backend side. So this is where those live chats are going to come in, and I can choose between Teams or Slack. I'm going to choose Teams because it's the more complicated one. I do need to grant admin consent to this new app. So this is the Microsoft piece that will take a moment.
We're at about 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Sweet. So I'm signed in, already signed in. Here's the permissions that we require to have chat up and running. Accept those permissions.
And someone's going to correct me when they review the webinar. They'll be like, actually, it's 3 minutes and
What if they
40.
watch it on time and a half?
Oh, yeah, then it could be really quick.
Yeah. So I'm going to pick my chat support team inside Teams. I've already got my teams configured, but you could send this to general teams or general channels as well. And I want to choose my tier one channel. In this particular case, I'm going to download that Teams app because I will need that manifest to upload it. Give it a second. There we go. So I've got that downloaded. Let's open that up in another window over here and complete my setup. Oh, no. So actually, this is telling me that it caught me. I took a shortcut here. I did not upload my Teams app into the tenant. So this wasn't going to work.
Yeah, it's not in demo mode.
Right. So I'm here in my Teams admin panel. I'm going to go to manage apps. I'm going to upload a new app. Let's grab that manifest file that I just finished downloading just for time check, 10:23 a.m., 10:24 a.m. So not faking this part. Close that out. Give Microsoft a minute to process that manifest file. See a little swirly wheel up here. Cool. Thumbs up. It's a Teams app. I can go and manage it. I can add it to different groups. I can control permissions. I can do all of that stuff. More importantly, I should be able to complete my setup in CloudRadial chat now. And the system's confirmed that everything is good to go. Awkward silence.
Come on.
There we go. So I'm now on the dashboard. This is everything I need to configure the bot, but the bot's already been configured. This bot's already functional. I can use that header script to go and deploy it on my website. I can engage with it. I can do what I want to do with it. And here's a quick recap. Hey, we're working on Teams. It's connected. We've got a web channel configured for the clients. All good. We're going to board 5 in Autotask there. And here's my admin information. So how am I doing for time, Evan?
It was basically about 5.5 minutes. So that leaves, we say 5 to 10 minutes, probably because, there's a little thing, some things in between. And you also got to put that header in one of your website or your
Yeah,
whatever
there's a
little
little bit.
stuff
A
you
couple
got to
more
do.
pieces
So
to
yeah,
take
I
care.
mean, that's pretty good. Maybe we should like have a competition where people shows how quickly they can get it set up. Maybe they can beat you. We'll
Yeah,
see.
probably. So here's my channel in here. It's already set up. We will be providing a preview link, so there'll actually be a button in here that I can use just to go and quickly preview this particular bot if I want to start chatting with it before I deploy it anywhere. That's pretty handy. I showed the slash help command. Here's a list of all of the things that the bot's already capable of doing with different slash commands. Play around with those as you see fit. It's built a couple of connectors. So I've got a Teams connector and I've got my Autotask connector. In our upgraded tiers, we have AI responders. We've got alternate means of communication. So you could have incoming SMS client channels. You can build out connections into knowledge bases, and so on and so forth. Users is just administrative users. Settings will let me control my live chat hours when my agents are going to be available. Accounts is what I completed beforehand. And in Starter, there's limited options for adjusting your visuals. But as you upgrade into the higher tiers, you can get a lot more custom and build a really bespoke chat interface for your clients. That's
Excellent.
all I got for demo. And I think
All
we're
right.
kind of cutting it close on time, but back to you, Evan.
Yeah, let me go ahead and see if I know what I'm doing here. I think I do. I know computers a little. All right. So basically just to kind of wrap things up, again, start simple, scale smarter. It's this concept we've been talking kind of this whole time. We recommend, and this is why you start with Chat Starter. It's free, gets you in pretty quickly. You see all those things you can tweak. Once you get to the point where your end users are asking for more, your clients are asking for more, or you want more, that's when you move into the next phase. And it's the same concept over again, right? You work on features, you improve them, and when you need or want more, you upgrade all the way through Chat AI Enterprise, which then really allows you to unlock a lot of the environment that we have with CloudRadial in regards to AI and all the different products we have that work together. And so just to again reiterate, click sign up link. We can enable Stat Starter or Chat Starter for you. Connect your PSA, connect your communication tool, and start chatting. You saw David do it right there. That was probably the quickest part of the entire webinar. So there's no reason to wait. I'm pretty sure we've sent the link in there a few times already in the chat. It's free, setup's easy, and everyone's chatting, everyone's moving into AI too. So Chat Starter is your perfect entryway into that. So go ahead and join the waitlist and start. And if there's anything else, David, you want to say before we have like a minute or two? I don't know if we have enough time for any questions, but
Yeah, there's a couple of questions that came in through the Q&A here, so I see them queued up. All conversations, files, media go into the ticket. Yes, I did not demonstrate that today, but you can upload attachments. Your users can upload screenshots. All of that stuff flows back and forth. Agents can upload screenshots and send them off to the client during a live chat. So that works. A couple of questions on transferring the chat. Yes, we have a group chat feature. I kind of glossed over it a little bit, but using that Teams interface and the Slack interface, um, to serve my clients through live chat is just like any other Teams group chat. So if I want to bring Evan into something, I can add Evan and Evan will be added into the conversation. We'll have access to the bot and go forward from there. So transfers are easy. Agents can handle multiple chats simultaneously. We've addressed all of that in this newer version of chat. Um, Light of AWS issue yesterday. No, you don't have to worry about the AWS dependency. It caught us off guard. It's a third-party library that we have on the UCP side that we use for feature flagging. So as we're building stuff out and want to run tests with partners, we use the service for feature flags, and that feature flag service is dependent on AWS. So they had an outage which broke a couple of things from ours. We've had a discussion with development, make sure we handle that elegantly going forward. And lastly, can you do web widget and UCP options? Yes. In Chat Starter, we offer two client channels. The expectation is that you would build one for UCP that would require authentication, and you can put one on your outside website for incoming sales inquiries and so on and so forth.
12:30 on the mark. Well, if anyone else has any questions, you guys can always email success at CloudRadial. Really appreciate everyone coming. And Thanks a lot, David, for showing us that demo, and you guys have a great day. Thanks again.
Thanks all.